Our project is permeable bricks to improve stormwater drainage at NC State. I am Abril Insaurralde, and I'm studying computer science.
I'm Charlyn Samuel, majoring in mechanical engineering.
I'm Ethan Winebarger, and I intend to major in aerospace engineering.
And I'm Katelyn Griffin, and I intend to major in civil engineering.
For our project, we wanted to focus on people with mobility issues. This includes people who use crutches, wheelchairs, walking boots, and other mobility aids, either permanently or temporarily. What we notice is that our campus is very prone to puddling during heavy raining, meaning that to get to class, you must navigate around puddles to avoid getting wet. While we as able-bodied people found that this was annoying and a little bit inconvenient, we realized that this could present much bigger issues for people with mobility issues and people who use mobility aids, as the water can make the path slippery for crutches or even force wheelchair users to find an alternative route. Finding accessible routes is already an obstacle disabled people must face, so it becomes harder when that accessible route is puddled, slippery, or even has large amounts of flowing water which they must navigate around. While there are alternative routes for those who want to avoid getting wet, such as taking a bus or driving, this can be cumbersome as it requires advanced planning. Our goal is to instead safeguard people's primary route so that they can focus on more important things throughout their day. In the US, average nuisance flooding has increased by 90% between 1995 and 2005, and with most of NC State's infrastructure having been built before this, it is clear that our campus is long overdue for a major upgrade due to increasingly insufficient flooding infrastructure.
The introduction of permeable bricks will reduce the formation of puddles around campus, which will improve the walking conditions for people with a mobility impairment. This way, we give every student equal opportunity to get to class stress-free. To solve this puddle dilemma, we will place permeable bricks around the campus walkways where the areas that are prone to puddling are. These bricks will act as another type of drain system that will work more effectively and it will look more aesthetically pleasing to the brick aesthetic of the campus.
Our design pitch relates to the engineering grand challenge of restoring and improving urban infrastructure by directly addressing a key issue: excess water runoff and drainage. In urban areas specifically, rainwater runoff struggles to reach the soil due to the prevalence of impermeable surfaces such as asphalt roads, concrete sidewalks, and even buildings. This excess water can lead to a plethora of short-term problems that have already been mentioned, but also many long-term problems, including the degradation of drainage infrastructure and services meant for both vehicular and pedestrian traffic. For those reasons, the implementation of this system would improve the lives of pedestrians and promote sustainability by minimizing costly restoration efforts in the future.
For our idea, we used two existing technologies/ideas. When we were researching for a way to make our idea of a permeable brick a reality, we found that the technology had already been created by a company in China called Quensui. We decided that we did not have to focus on how to make their brick better, as they had already solved many of the problems that could be associated with the bricks, such as durability and ease of maintenance. We then found out that NC State had already taken notice of this issue, and as part of the construction of the new Integrative Science Building, also known as the Woodson Building, they are planning to redo the brickyard by regrading the plaza and using permeable pavers. Permeable pavers is a technology which relies on permeable material between the bricks to drain water. Our solution is to add to this plan using permeable bricks alongside adding spaces between the bricks to add to the brickyard's ability to remove water, as well as make the area more resistant to dirt buildup, as there are more pores than with permeable pavers alone. There are a few shortcomings with our design, such as maintenance. As the pores of our bricks get clogged with dirt, it will require occasional maintenance. However, according to the company that makes the bricks, this can easily be done by power washing. Additionally, clogging is also a problem that will be faced with already planned permeable pavers, so our addition of permeable brick will likely reduce the frequency of clogging and maintenance as there are more pores.
A common problem with permeable pavers is grading, which could cause problems if not planned correctly. Another issue that we found was cost. So in order to get a more accurate picture of the cost, we reached out to Hunsway to ask how much bricks would cost on a per unit basis. They told us that it would be 45 cents per brick, which is cheaper than standard bricks in the industry. Even though it is cheaper, we would still have to cover international shipping fees because Hunsway is based in China. To implement the solution, we would need an accurate estimate of how many bricks to purchase, so a major first step is to identify areas prone to puddling. Once we get an accurate estimate, we can then contact Hunsway for an updated price estimate. We would also need to get an estimate on labor to install all of the bricks.
Thank you for listening to our presentation.